So when I first moved into my house in DC, there was 3 other people, and we were all had very typical DC do-gooder jobs. There was Hamza, who rebuilt Afghanistan and did chalk art on the side, and Jasmine, who did Amnesty International, was kind of a modern dancer, and Katie was researching Africa and wanted to work there. I was a government watchdog. Very nice, easy, relaxed house. Typical day, typical weeknight, Hamza would be in his room working on his side project. Jasmine would get home late from dance rehearsal and make vegetarian curry starting at midnight. And Katie was always watching Grey's Anatomy and laughing hysterically. And then our new roommates moved in, and they started eating our food, and they started leaving their stuff all around. And worse, they started taking all of these sanitary napkins. And we changed from this kind of nice, relaxed house into the kind of people that drink on weeknights and plan murder. Jasmine wanted to get up close and personal with a taser, and I thought paintball gun would be humiliating. That was dismissed as a half measure. And Katie couldn't control her rage. She kept saying, I want to kill them. I want to kill them. And this is what happens when rats move into your house. Rats, plural, and into as in my house. Not the garage, not by the garbage, inside my house. And usually when I tell people I have rats, they often respond with oh, that's terrible. I know how you feel. We had mouse in our apartment last month. No. If you went to your friend and you said, I have this terrible bacteria infection and they're gonna amputate my arm, and he was like, I totally know how you feel. I had the sniffles all last week. You would not be friends with that person. That's just no longer, they don't understand the facts or they have no empathy. So in case someone comes up to you with a rat story and you want to reply with your mouse story, let me set the facts straight. Mice eat crumbs in your house while rats rearrange your house to their liking. Every morning we would wake up and the rats had thrown the pantry onto the floor and opened a new box to eat. I once found one of those chicken stock boxes from Whole Foods, empty, not a drop spilled. They had nibbled from the top down and drank and nibbled their whole way without spilling, which gives you an idea of how long the rats are without their tails, the height of one of those boxes. We moved the couch, and we found a rat nest under the couch made of toilet paper, Cheerios, dry ramen, and said sanitary napkins. Obviously, we did not keep those all in the same room, which means they had been throughout the house gathering what they needed. We found one of those nests also under my roommate Katie's bed on the second floor. And this changes how you live in a house. Every moment is horror. Am I gonna see a rat? Are we gonna discuss a rat story, my roommates? Jasmine saw 2 rats go up a pole while she was doing laundry. So every time she did laundry, she would bang on the walls the whole way down to the basement to try and scare them out of the laundry room before she did laundry. And do you wanna know how they got in the house? The answer is they chewed through the concrete back door frame. Concrete. So we are drinking weeknight, and we decide we need a long-term solution and a short-term solution. The long-term solution takes Hamza and Katie and I in a car out to Fairfax. We were gonna buy the biggest, meanest cat we could find. We do not want a friend, we want just a killing machine. But you can't say that when you go to a shelter. So you have to say things like, I want an active cat, or a playful cat, or not a lap cat. So we go to the shelter, and they have the cats in little boxes, and there's kittens, there's a fat tabby, and then we see this one giant black cat with gray stripes. And his little information cards. We turn on the information card with his name, and his name is Kratos with a K. I don't know if you're up on your Greek mythology, but Kratos is the son of the goddess Styx and the titan Pallas. Pallas, the god of warcraft, as in swords and shields and whatnot. And his 9 to 5 is he is the winged enforcer of Zeus and the personification of strength and power. His brothers are victory, force, and zeal. This is our cat. So we buy Kratos, we take him home, and as soon as Kratos starts interacting with real life objects, it becomes obvious he is gigantic. So I'll open a can of tuna, and he'll reach because he wants it, and he can reach the kitchen counter from the floor. And when he stretches out to take a nap, he is the width of my twin bed. So Kratos spends a lot of time sniffing and walking around the house. And the rat sightings go down. Jasmine reports she no longer hears their nails on the wooden floor below her bed as she sleeps, which is horrible. But we think we're not sure, so we got something more lethal. So we decide to hire an exterminator. Guy comes, big guy, walks in our door, inhales, and goes, "Yeah, you have a rat infestation." 1 foot in the door, you can smell it. And he says infestation about where I live. Terrible. And so then he puts on this big, like, Breaking Bad style, like, cook mask, the respirators, to go down to the basement because, of course, rats carry all kinds of nasty, like, allergy aggravating shit and, like, bubonic plague and, like, everything. And we're just idiots doing our laundry, and he has, like, the gear. And so he finds the concrete hole, and he finds their burrows. He goes to his van of booby traps and poison, and he comes back with these gigantic spring traps, and he looks us dead in the eye, and he's like, "Don't touch these. They will break your hands." Lays out a dozen traps. He goes and dusts the barrels, which is a term for spreading poison on the inside of burrows in the backyard. Leaves, comes back a couple weeks later, takes the rat carcasses out of the walls where they have, like, poisoned and died, cleans up the traps, and Kratos has yet to bring us a dead rat. He has brought us 2 live mice, which he then kills in front of us, and 2 birds, which is important because Kratos has never left the house. One bird he got through a screen, I think mid-flight. And the other bird, we found him playing with it dead, bloody, in the kitchen with the oven open and a broken wine glass. And we have no idea how we got that bird. So Kratos is still in the house. He's the ever-vigilant guardian. And if you have rats, no, Kratos is not for rent. But if you have mice, you can just deal with it. Thank you.